guys, welcome to another interesting segment on Home Truth Nigeria. Sorry I didn't release video for a long time. I was very busy with work. Okay, so today I want to talk on the topic how not to waste time with a Nigerian man. So this video is dedicated to women who are seriously talking with Nigerian men or women who feel they are in some sort of serious relationship according to them with a Nigerian man. Now, these two set of women, they all have or request one thing in common, and that is to have a committed relationship. However, it seems the Nigerian man they are dealing with, is dragging his feet, and these women are wondering if they are being played, if he's not serious, or they are basically wasting their time because time is ticking and the Nigerian man is not coming forth. And a lot of women are wondering, do I wait, hoping for things to change, or do I just shut the door and walk out on this supposed relationship and never look back? And that's why today I want to talk on the topic how not to waste time with a Nigerian man. Now, the first thing you need to do is do not live in or on assumption. Do not live on the assumption that you guys are something. Rather, be factual and realistic because the more factual you are, the closer you are to reality. There are a lot of beautiful women romantically involved with Nigerian men, but they live on this assumption. They assume they are in a relationship. If you ask me why, it is simply because they are having a lot of chats. They are exchanging calls, they are texts. They've even gone to the stage of exchanging explicit content between themselves. But the big question is, has that Nigerian man officially asked you out? Or you assume he is your guy because of all the video callings, texts, and sexting and the things you guys do together? The question is, has he asked you again to be his woman, to be his partner, to be his fiance? That's a question you need to answer because you have a lot of women who feel because of the numerous calls and videos and texts and words like love, my woman, my babe, and all of these things used, a lot of them feel they are automatically dating. They feel like something serious is happening, while in reality, this dude hasn't asked you out. Now, the truth is, this guy knows what he's doing. He could be chatting with you this way because he just is whiling away time. At the background, he has a serious girlfriend, a fiance, a wife, and he's just using you to catch cruise because you're a good sport for him when he's bored. And a lot of guys do this because they don't ask you out officially because they know if for whatever reason it happens that something doesn't go well between the both of you, there is nothing to fall back on in case you want to like call him out. There is no proof anywhere that he actually did ask you out officially. There's no proof for that. And this is why it's important for you not to be on this assumption that, oh, I'm with my Nigerian man, without him asking me out. Because an average Nigerian man would ask you out officially to be his woman. So the big question, lady, has he asked you to be his girlfriend or fiance or wife? Or are you still under this pretense that you guys are one? Because if that is the case, you might be wasting your time. Because I've seen cases where the lady approached the man and he said, oh, I thought we are just, and the man responded like, oh, I thought we were just having fun together, nothing serious. And this is why it is always important for you to ask these questions. What are we? So you don't, waste time hoping you're in a relationship with a Nigerian man who is basically not in a relationship, with you. The second point is understand when you're no longer needed. It's important to understand when you're no longer needed. Now, one way not to waste time with a Nigerian man is to understand when you are not important to him. If your Nigerian man is full of excuses, if he goes weeks, months without talking to you, if you are uncertain, with what the future holds in that supposed relationship, if he's not giving you the assurance you need, if you've started noticing strange patterns that wasn't there before in the relationship, perhaps you're no longer important or needed to him. Now, instead of some Nigerian men to, break up with you, they would rather develop these old tactics like some would go incommunicado or have less or no time to comment, communicate, or to react to whatever thing you're saying. You will understand that this is a behavior that wasn't there before between you two when you guys started. But along the line, you are having him giving you excuses of his unavailability in your life. Now, if you find yourself in such situation, I pray for you that you receive sense to know when you are no longer needed and important. Once you have this abnormality in the relationship, you do not need to think twice. Just walk out and do not look back. Walk as far as you can. I know it's painful, but most times it is the most important thing to do for you to maintain your dignity and respect, especially when you have been told that, hey, you have overstayed your welcome. So it's important to leave with your respect intact. And that is one problem because a lot of women stay and they make a mess of themselves. It is important to know when you're no longer needed. Some will not come out to tell you, but they will communicate to you in signs that you should pick and leave so you don't waste time. Another important thing is make yourself available. If you're dating a Nigerian man, and within you, there's this feeling that this dude is not into you. You've seen signs, you've seen proof that he doesn't want you, he's not into you. He has demonstrated this by not actually giving you time. Because when a Nigerian man likes you, one thing you don't lack is time, his presence. He's going to be there morning and night, 24 hours. No matter how busy he is, he's going to find time to reach out to you. In order for you not to go on a wide goose chase, it is important for you to make yourself available to other men who are interested in you. You may be with a Nigerian man who doesn't respect you. He doesn't value you. He doesn't call you except you call. He doesn't text you except you text. He's too busy. And sometimes, even when you reach out to him, it takes him days, weeks to even get back to you. And when he gets back, he's holding a placard with excuses why he hasn't reached out to you because he was so busy, as I said. Now, you may be worried on phone, thinking why, he's treating me this way, why he doesn't pick your call, or why when you reach out to him, he's not responding like he used to do before. Sometimes you may even go as far as making excuses for him, which is a form of coping mechanism to give you hope that things, would get right. But a dude may not be interested in you or has lost interest or was never interested. And in order for you not to waste the better part of your years waiting for him to pick interest, waiting for him to, notice you with your white flag raised in the air, I would always advise you to make yourself available to other serious and interested men. Because one mistake a lot of women make is that they shut the door on men who are very serious, men who actually are honest, they need sincere love, and they are hoping that someone who doesn't give a hoot about them, someone who doesn't even care about you, would one day miraculously, he would wake up and then, yeah, you are the one I've been waiting for. My sister, receive sense. I pray you receive sense. It's not going to happen. Now, another thing is cut your losses on time. One way not to waste time is to cut your losses while you can. I've seen women who love to build, they rehabilitate, they mold, they shape grown men. And if you see these men, they are trying to build and mold. If you see the beards of these men, you can use the jawline of these men to wash plates. It's like this sponge. These women, they are only focused on the good parts. They act blind to other things that are not good, which is totally good. You see the good thing? They only focus on the positive energy, But one funny thing is that over time, they begin to see that maybe they got it wrong all along. They begin to see that this project making my own man is actually a failed project, especially when they know that what they expected or anticipated is not coming forth. You have examples of women who, are dating men for years and years, and they have one issue that is always there, and that issue hasn't gone, but the women are still in that relationship. Instead of these women to cut their losses on time and move as fast as possible, they are still hanging out because they have gone so far in terms of commitment to that relationship. A lot have spent thousands of dollars, a lot have built houses, they've bought cars and other things without even actually getting married to this guy. Then it becomes so difficult to leave, even when the red flags are everywhere for these women. Now, instead of these women to cut their losses and accept that, okay, I made mistake investing and hoping for the best, which wasn't the case. A lot of ladies, they get to the point where they cannot come out again. It becomes like a classical, Stockholm syndrome. You see, some are even struggling to change numbers, especially when they're like, okay, I want to come out, I'm tired. I've spoken to a lot who want to come out, but they're scared. Some are like, okay, I have to change my number, but I'm scared maybe he will do this or do that. Even at that point, when they change their numbers, they still go around to contact that guy. And it is important to understand that you have lost that relationship. It's not going to work. And one thing you can do, no matter how much investment you've made, but you see that things are not right, is to cut your losses on time and save yourself. That's the basic thing you have to do. The first rule of the thumb: self preservation. Save yourself. Don't go about wasting time with an individual who is not interested. I know a lady who was deeply into this. She was dating one Nigerian guy and she didn't know how to leave, even though she knows that she was wasting her time. So this lady reached out to me. I had a talk with this lady. I did my best to motivate her, tell her all this motivational: you are great, you are special, you can leave, you're not going back, and all of this. I am beautiful, I am enough, all this mantra and all of this stuff. And I felt I had a good session with this lady. And the next thing, this lady disappeared. I didn't hear from this lady for over 3 weeks. And then one day she took her phone and she called me. She resurfaced and she was like, hey, we spoke again. He reached out and he said his brother is growing an extra ham at the back of his head. There's an extra hand coming at the back of his head and they need $3,000 to carry out the operation. And I gave him, but I told him this better be the last time because I don't have no money. Then, when she said all of this, I was like, oh, here we go again. So I was like, okay, I took her on my wings. We had another session, of you are sufficient, you are great, you are good, you are beautiful, you can get rid of him, all of this talk. And she was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. And then she disappeared again. And then she calls me again another time. I was like, okay. She reached out and she said, the father had an accident in the dream and now they need to find a good doctor in the dream to perform surgery so the dad could wake up from the dream. And I was like, in the dream? She said yes. I was like, is this a joke or real? It's like, it's real. I was like, whose dream did the father have this accident? She said, I don't know, but I gave them $200. I can't just watch his dad trapped in the dream. I want them to go there, wake him up so he could come back alive. And guys, you know, at that point, I just didn't know what to say. Now, listen, I understand it can be challenging to let go of someone you are very attracted to, especially if you've invested time, money, and other things, to make things work. However, one mistake you shouldn't make as a lady is to waste time on a man or with a man who is not into you or interested in you, or a man who has plans to use you. A lot of you have this feeling that this guy doesn't love you. Your body tells you, your hair and your body stands to angle 90. You get this gut feeling, but when he speaks, you get confused. What he tells you confuses you. Now you are between and betwixt, the devil and the deep blue sea. You are in a very precarious situation. It's dilemma. You don't even know what to do. Do you believe what your head is saying or believe what this guy is saying? And I understand it becomes very difficult to live. But the truth is, you're wasting your time, precious time. So, guys, if you've got questions, you are in this situation, you want to talk about it to know if this Nigerian man is truly wasting your time, please reach out to me on hometruth86 at gmail.com. Please like, share, subscribe. Home Truth Nigeria. Peace out.